All right, guys, so I'm not sure in this video at the time where I picked up on this, but I bought these sleds a couple years ago or last year. I did a bunch of stuff to them. This 500 here was not running at all. The 670 fired right up like first or second pull. I'm gonna do crankcase, not crankcase. I'm gonna do the chain case fluid changes here. I already got the exhaust off on this one. I honestly came out here and just started going to town. Didn't even think about recording it, but I did a lot of this footage on my GoPro when I got these things. I lost my voice, don't laugh at me. I did a lot of work on these things when I first got them, and I don't know where that footage is. That might still be on my computer. I know when I was editing the first part of the video, my son shut my computer off on me and it wiped a lot of stuff, and I didn't have a computer for like 5-6 months. So basically what I'm doing now is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bag underneath this case here, the cover, and hopefully that'll catch a lot of the fluid. You can't really put a pan in here. There's really no room. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Right now I'm trying to taper out these fuel lines here. I got something sitting inside this one. It will flare the end of that line a little bit so I can shove it back over the inlet on the carb. Both, when I fired this one up, it started like third pull after the season, or after the summer setting, but both fuel lines right where they bend into the carb were rotted and cracked out. I'm gonna try to repurpose these ones. I might just try to find some new ones, or just get my own line. I don't really want any issues. This is my girlfriend's snowmobile, and this would be her first time riding, and I don't really want any issues. I want her to enjoy it. We got this one as a backup for whoever goes. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is what is this? It's probably 10 mil here, and I'm gonna throw the bag under there, and hopefully it works. All right, guys, don't mind me. It's like 9:30 at night. So I've been back and forth in and out of the house, coming out here after work and messing around with these things, and I got the 670 all up to par. This thing's good, ready to rip. I don't think that this belt is true size to this sled. I know we can adjust the secondary a little bit if we need to, worst comes worst, to get us by, you know, and if something happens up north or wherever we're at, we can probably stop at a parts store and grab one. Everything's good here. I think that there's obviously a short or something going on in here. This grip melted before I owned it. The thumb still works, and this grip still works, I believe. I'm not too concerned about myself. I've never really needed them. I honestly don't think I've ever had a sled that had them working properly. I think my Arctic Cat might have had them that worked fine, but I'm not too concerned about it. My girlfriend's, I'd like for hers to work. So I got a guy local to me that buys and sells these things, all kinds of parts. So I think I got a set from him for 50 bucks. I'm gonna go pick up, and the voltage regulator was bad in this when I first got it. So that's what ended up happening, is it melted both ends, popped all the bulbs in it. So I got bulbs on the way. Right now what I'm doing though is, I don't think I even said it on camera, but both fuel lines going to the carb on this one were rotted out, and there was pouring fuel out from the bottom of the belly here. So I ended up going to the store, and I just got some clear quarter inner diameter and 3/8 outer diameter, which the quarter is way too small. Do not buy that. I basically had to melt the line a little bit or get it hot and then force it over the carb. So exactly what I'm dealing with right now. It's going to be a pain when I do have to take these fuel lines off. Not too concerned about it right now. Well, actually I am kind of concerned about it, because after I did all that work, and I told myself I should have done this, when I started this thing for the first time this year, it was running fine, but I shut it off right away because I was pouring fuel out the bottom, but it never died on its own. So after I put the lines on, sure enough, the carb was gunked up, and it's not pulling fuel on its own. So I pulled the carb out of it a couple days ago. This is my little workbench I'm dealing with here right now. So I got the whole carb soaking in here. I got the bowl soaking with carb cleaner right now, kind of messing with the floats here. I'm going to pull this carb apart, or pull it back out, clean it, reassemble it, I'm going to put it in and then see what happens. So like I said earlier in the video, or whenever I said it, I can't keep track at this point. I've came out here so many times and recorded and whatever. When the voltage regulator went bad in this 500, it took out every single bulb, and I mean every single one of them. And it also took out the grips as well. So I'm still trying to find that. I don't think that guy has them ones anymore. It's been a long time since I've talked to him. I highly doubt he has them, but I'm going to reach out to him here right after this actually. But I ordered some bulbs for this thing here inside the cluster. So there's 4 of them up here on this cluster. There's 4, I believe they're a 3-watt T5 bulb, I believe. Let's see here. Can't remember, to be honest with you. No, it doesn't even say on this packaging. What does it say right here? I'm not sure. This is the part number that I bought them off of eBay. The other packaging is in the house, but I believe that they're a T5 3-watt bulb. So I'm going to put these things in real quick. Speaking of bulbs, it's actually a good time to talk about our new video sponsor. All right. Before I even start it, we'll show them the truck really quick. We'll show them the reason why
this piece of
shouldn't buy eBay.
They're not eBay. They're oh, it's working now.
Is it?
Yeah. Try it. Oh, there it goes. She's junk. That one's also junk.
So that's your blinker on that side, right? They're also fat. They're hyper flat, right? That's all I can think. All right.
Bruh.
Bruh. All right, so we're gonna put these Lasfit T3 series bulbs in Justin's truck. He bought some eBay ones a long time ago. This one's flickering. It was like perfect time for them to reach out. Most of you probably don't know because I've only uploaded like 2 videos so far, but Lasfit's reached out. They sent us a couple products now, and honestly, they've been really good so far. The ones in my truck and the 6-liter are super bright. And they actually function correctly. So to do these in this truck, you have to pull off this. There's a splash shield, is that what they're called, or
Sure.
splash guard, whatever they're called. You have to pull off this cover here. There's a bunch of these little push clips here.
About 45 of them.
Yeah, there's a ton of them, so I'm just gonna pull that one. There's a bunch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think there's 10 altogether.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. You got to pull the one off for the S&B there. So we'll pull these all off, and then
Filter's only got 160,000 miles on it.
yeah. Yes, can you get in there with it? This is the one that was fucking fucked up on.
Dirty. And technically, this bulb was out of his garage, not the one I bought.
Yeah. Well, why did we have to swap yours out?
Because mine actually went out.
Yeah, the one that was in here was actually one that was kind of broken in the garage, and we made it.
No, it is broken.
Yeah, it was definitely broken. We had to glue the thing back together.
Yeah, we glued her. But if you Nontus, if you Dontus.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not Nontusing or Dontusing, then you're just not even about it.
Yeah, not evening.
So far, not the evening that I can't even now. This is not the right size one for this, and you got to be careful with these things too, because they break really easy.
Probably not smart to do it in the wintertime also.
No.
We did the mirror lights in the winter, and I broke all the clips in the glass.
That video actually has a decent amount of views.
But we need to redo it because those suck. If you don't have DRLs, don't buy DRL mirror lights because they don't work.
Come on. Right, we'll just pop these off and then we'll just go back to it. All right, so once you get those out, there's 7 10 mils here. I hate this impact, but it's perfect for this. Y'all. It is crazy how much stuff you have to take off to get a headlight out of these trucks, though. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm gonna let Guy here pull off his own grill because I'm not.
Pry at the bottom.
You pry and then you hear all the clips on the back fall to the ground. That's usually how it works. We while he's pulling that off, we reverse leveled this truck over the summertime. His 2412s are not being used right now. What's up, Mantha? Got you in there. All right, what is it? All right, and then now we get the headlights out. And there's
two here.
One here in the middle, one there. There's one, there should be one up top here, but there's not. No, it's gone.
That wasn't in there. That was in there.
That one was solid. Yeah, let's just get these ones out. Oh, we already have them out. That was cross-threaded.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's
Cross-threaded,
not fun
still
doing
tight.
this when it's freezing outside, so. Yeah, then we'll lose it. That's
It's
just
fine.
what happens.
That's what happened to the one over on that side.
All right, these three are in the back pocket.
What broke there?
Hmm?
I said, what broke there?
Nothing important. If it was important, it wouldn't have broke.
True.
It's just rubber going down here. I don't like this.
Just pull it, guy. There you go.
All right. So that's this guy here in the middle, correct?
Yeah.
Down here.
In the center, the
Pull
brown
it out.
plug.
Turn it to the right. Pop it up. So you can see here, we had to silicone that piece together. That was
Probably the
basically because we took it apart and didn't want to put it back with nothing or have mismatched. So that's what
I
we
would have
did.
just put orange back in at that point.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to do that. All right, so grab one of these guys. Guess the only one on the market to grab. How is it cold, dude?
Yeah, my fingertips are
Yeah,
not
fingertips are freezing.
Sorry for the shaky footage. Yeah, this video is no good.
Here, I'm gonna grab this, and then, do you want to?
Give it a try.
Yeah. All right, there's running lights. All right, so put these on. So before we wrap it up, you guys probably can't really tell on the camera, but they are a shade different in color. But obviously you can tell we have some headlight issues here. So Lasfit, hook us up, please.
Yeah, we're gonna need some of them.
There's a lot of people out there that are going to take any kind of sponsor or sponsored video and take product and tell everybody it's going to be the best stuff in the world. I had issues with my intercooler pipes from another company. I told them, and I put it in the video, I'm not going to take free product and tell everybody it's the best just because they gave it to me for free. But the product that they have sent so far have been great. I bought some for my 200 over there. They would be really, really, really bright, but both headlights in that car are smashed or cracked. There's all kinds of sand and mud and dirt and condensation in them, but their product is actually pretty good. So I'll put a link in the description, put it down at the bottom of the video. We're gonna wrap this thing up here and get inside. It's freezing. I have some other stuff I want to go over with you guys back there, but we're gonna get these wrapped up first. All right, guys, so got the bulbs in. Those things are working. In the next video, I'm hoping that the next video is us on our way up north or loading these things up, but as of right now, they are all working. They all run right. I'm sure it's going to be a different story when we get up north and start riding them. I'm sure something's going to have to be fine-tuned somewhere. So the goal next is to, I have an appointment at Secretary of State to drop the registration off, get tags for him, do all that. The only thing that's not working on this one is the 3 indicators here for coolant temp, high beams, and oil. So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm gonna try to find those, the new ones. I'll try to find the new ones online. I took them apart, and they're not the normal T5 bulbs that were in the cluster. They're direct current, so they're not, you don't replace the bulbs. They're just, they're wired into the prongs. So the goal now is to get them inside of the trailer here. That's wonderful. Stepped right in dog shit. Thanks, Axel. The goal now is to get the snowmobiles in the trailer, get that hooked up so I can get this guy back in the garage. The tarp just blew off it. That's actually why I came out here. This is a 93 Camaro. I actually basically I inherited it from my grandma. She's not passed, but I took it from her, and it needs a lot of TLC. I started pulling all the dash apart here. There's some old school stuff in this car. I mean, this car, whoever made it the way it is now, it was definitely like early 2000s builds. There's these man, I can't even remember the name of them things, but they're basically they're called like phasers or something. It's a light phaser, and it plugs into the bottom of the dash here, and it changes colors. You can go from like blue to green or white to red or something. Those are your only 4 colors, and you can dim them, and they work with the factory lights, or they're called morphers, digital morphers. That's what they are. So I started tearing all that apart because they just quit working, but the car needs a lot of stuff. There's a noise coming from the bottom end in this motor when you get in here one-handed. It's a LT157, and pretty nasty bottom end noise in it, and it goes away as soon as it warms up, which is weird to me because usually if you have a bottom end noise, it's there, it's good, it's not going anywhere. So part of me thought it was an exhaust or something, but it does not sound like an exhaust leak anywhere. So I don't know what's gonna happen with it. We're gonna get it running good next summer though, but I don't want it sitting out here. I want to get it back in the garage. It's got a goofy body kit on it, some kind of goofy wheels, but I promised my grandma I would not change anything on it. Quick story on it: my uncle's actually the one who did a lot of the work on the car for her when she bought it, and he's since passed. So I basically, she tried to sell it. I told her no, like, you can't sell the car, you know, it's got family history. So I brought it down here, and now it's in the mix of all the other projects. I'm hoping to, once I get everything cleaned up in here, is finally get this Enduro put back together. I got everything sitting back here. This thing's been in pieces for probably 4 years now. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. Like I said, shout out to Lasfit for sending out the bulbs. They said most of their products pretty good. I haven't had any issues with anything yet, so check them out. They're good people. I talked to them through Instagram, and I've had no issues with them at all. They're very lenient on time, you know, and they're pretty quick at shipping stuff too. So yeah, hopefully next video is us going up north. I'm gonna end it here. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button. If you guys, anybody out there in the world of snowmobiling, if you guys up in the UP, drop a comment or something down where you're at. Or if you're in Michigan and go snowmobiling, let me know where you go. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one.